excited that all of us can be together again. This is today is May 14, 2020. Every Thursday we have this leaders sharing in English. And so good morning again, once again, good morning. Let's give one another a good morning. Okay? And maybe some of our friends from other countries would be surprised how come it's already afternoon while we are still greeting each other good morning. And you know, in the Philippines, whether it's afternoon or it's evening, you would always see and hear people greeting each other good morning. You know why? Because morning is not about just a greeting, but it's also about blessing one another. Morning symbolizes a new beginning, a new opportunity, and a new hope. And so we greet oftentimes in the Philippines, whatever time it is, we greet each other good morning. Yes. Let me introduce first myself. I'm Team Elite Pablo, Leonidas Son from the Philippines. In the Philippines, they all call me Pastor Leo. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Diamond Galaxy for giving me this opportunity to be the conductor this afternoon sharing. I have been a pastor for the last 20 years, and I also served as a school principal for the last 10 years. I joined Riway because of my heart condition. 4 of my heart valves are actually leaking. I don't have blockage, it's leaking. But thanks to Purtier placenta, 2 has been revived. It's now normal. The other 2 from moderate status, it's now mild status. Can we give Purtier placenta a round of applause? Yeah, let's give him a round of applause, right? And so, in behalf of the leaders of Diamond Galaxy, let me welcome all of you this afternoon sharing. As our second speaker is more senior. So from one pendulum, we move to the other side of the pendulum. He is more senior. He is full of wisdom, and he is already a renowned leader. Okay, our speaker is a famous medical practitioner in the Philippines. He was the immediate past president of the Philippine Medical Association. Okay, his expertise involved orthopedics and trauma. He is a surgeon, and he is also involved in orthopedic stem cell medicine. He is also a licensed lawyer in the Philippines, specializing in legal medicine. So if you really read his resume, is really very long. Okay, and he has authored several books. A professor in College of Medicine. He is an expert in legal medicine. He also holds many positions already in many medical and legal associations. So you will see that this person is really a man who has already achieved a lot. Okay, and still you will see that he is now in what? Riway. Why? Because he saw that opportunity. A few years ago, he himself, I think he is also diabetic. That is his problem. And through Riway placenta, his health improved a lot. And he saw there's opportunity here, and as an additional alternative for his profession. Our speaker is very seasoned. He's really a very good speaker already at the top of the game, in the pinnacle of his career. Wow, right? So wow, this guy, I met him in Langkawi during our Diamond Galaxy meeting, I think 2018, I think, or 19, yeah. So let us welcome our second speaker, okay, to speak on us, reposition yourself, conquer yourself. Let us give him a round of applause. Our team
everybody. Good morning to everyone. Ciao An.
Chào An.
Chào An.
Ni hao ma. Huay ni man. Huay ni man. I love you all. Okay, so finally, shall we say good afternoon, Xiao Hao. And thank you very much for inviting me to this Diamond Galaxy meeting. I'm very happy and very lucky that I was invited. You know, during these past 2 months, I was in prison, or I am in prison here in my office, my room, because of the pandemic. We all know COVID-19 is very deadly. And of course, being already a senior citizen, it is risky to get infected by COVID-19. Actually, there are already 700 people who died here in the Philippines because of this COVID-19 virus. 700 people died. And many of my friends who are doctors also, they are the frontliners, have been also infected, and many of them died already. So this makes me so sad. One of my friends who died just last week was very interested to try Purtier placenta. And he told me that I will deliver to him 7 bottles because he wanted to try the product. So I said, okay, I will deliver it to you next week. Unfortunately, he died. He died suddenly. And that crumbled, that destroyed me. He was my friend. So life is short. Sometimes we are happy. We are here seeing each other in this Diamond Galaxy Zoom meeting. But we really do not know what will happen to us tomorrow or in the next week or in the next month. So what I can say is that we keep ourselves healthy. Be healthy, because good health is our wealth. Good health is our wealth. Okay, now my professional life is purely in the practice of my profession as an orthopedic surgeon. I do several surgeries at St. Luke's Medical Center, one of the big and good hospital here in Manila, and also at the Far Eastern University Hospital. I do a lot of surgeries, and I also practice law at the same time. So let me say that I am really a professional. I am not a businessman. I am not a person who markets products, you see. This is my first time in my whole life to get involved in business, and this is the sharing and marketing of our good product, Purtier placenta. And you will be surprised why I am here. It started when I was doing surgery, I think, and that was about 2 years or more, 2 or 3 years, when I was suddenly called by two beautiful ladies, and I did not know them. I was surprised why they were able to get my cell phone number. And they introduced themselves, and they told me that a person gave to them my cell phone number so that they can contact me. And because of that person, who is also now in Riway, whose name is Robert Ocoresa, I could not refuse this two ladies, and this is our team elite Pegasus 1, Lindy, and also Bing Tang. So they met me. I said, let us meet only for a short moment because I'm busy. And we met in a restaurant, and they served me good food. Of course, the way to a man's heart, or the way to a person's heart, is through the stomach. So we had a good dinner. And I said, we will only meet for about 30 minutes. But lo and behold, we met for a long time. And they explained to me the product. I was difficult to be convinced, you see. But because they said it was stem cell, I got a little bit interested because I am also involved in stem cell medicine. In fact, I am the president of the Philippine Society of Stem Cell and Integrative Medicine. But the stem cells that we use are not oral, not taken by mouth. It is given by injection. Because I am a doctor and a surgeon, we do surgery, we get bone marrow stem cells from the bones, being an orthopedic surgeon. If we do not get stem cells from the bone, we get it from the belly, from your abdomen. We get the fat, and then we process the fat, remove the stem cells, the mesenchymal stem cells, and then do some centrifuge and re-inject it to the body. So because of my experience with stem cells, we call this autologous stem cells coming from the patient's own body, I was a little bit skeptical on stem cells being delivered by mouth or given orally. But because these two women were very persistent, they were very committed, and they were very patient. These are the three words that I would like to emphasize: commitment, persistence, and patience. And because of this, it came to my mind that this must be a good product. So after the talk, they gave me 7 bottles and told me, "Doctor, you try this 7 bottles. Just try it." And okay, I received the bottle. They said it was free, so I received it, and we bade goodbye. And I placed the 7 bottles in my car. I forgot about the 7 bottles. I never opened the box. I never even tried to see what is inside. And after 1 month, the 2 ladies again called me and greeted me, and that they wanted to see me, and they were asking what was my experience with the 7 bottles. I said, I'm sorry, I forgot all about it. I never even opened it. And so they invited me again, and we saw each other again, and they talked with me. And after that meeting, I think I remember we went to a mall. We went to a mall, and Raymond Tong was there. Lindy was also there, and Tess, Tan, no? So Bing Tan and another person. I think they were 4. And I brought some of my friends with me, who were also doctors, and we had a good dinner. And after that meeting, I decided to try, to take a look at the product when I was in the house. And so I decided to try the product. Well, after 1 month of religiously taking the product, I was surprised that I had a good sleep. You see, I had insomnia. I cannot sleep easily at night. I usually sleep at about 2 o'clock in the early morning, 2 or 3, and only for 4 hours, and then I wake up again. So I had difficulty of sleeping. When I took this product, I was really surprised. My sleep was so good. About 10 o'clock or 9 to 10 o'clock in the evening, I already will be sleepy, and I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Wow, my experience was very refreshing. And it made my body as if there was something that changed in my health. My body was lighter, and I felt not easily hungry. When before I wanted to eat a lot, but when I started to take this product, sleep was very nice with me, and my body was, I felt very good. So I decided to continue. Now, I am a diabetic. I suffered for diabetes. I suffered diabetes for 15 years. And I inject myself with insulin. Every night and morning, night, I inject myself with insulin. Otherwise, my blood sugar will be very high. And you know the bad effects of diabetes. Diabetes can lead to a heart attack.
Yes.
Heart attack.
Yes.
Yeah, it can lead to kidney failure. It can destroy your kidney.
Wow.
Yes, it can lead to blindness. And before I was taking this product, I noticed that my vision was blurred. When I drive my car, I usually wear an eyeglass because I cannot see clearly at night. I usually use an eyeglass. But you will notice now, I never, after 2 years of then taking this Purtier product, I never use any eyeglasses anymore. My vision is clear when I drive my car at night.
Yeah.
So I was happy. So I had been a diabetic for the past 15 years. Well, I just continued taking the Purtier placenta. And these two ladies, Bintan and Lindy, keep on calling me and always asking me what is my experience with this product. And they wanted me to share it with my patients, to market it. But I said, no, I have to experience it first personally. I have to try the product before I will be convinced to share it with my friends and my colleagues and my patients. So I decided to take it religiously. And I noticed that when I play golf usually every other Sunday or sometimes every Sunday. I play golf. And I see to it that I inject myself with insulin, and also I drink Purtier placenta. I drink it 2 capsules in the morning, 2 capsules also in the evening with insulin. And I had a bad experience when I was in the golf course. My knees were shaking. I felt very weak. I could hardly hit the ball. When I swing my golf instruments,
Yeah.
I could not hit the ball. So I had to go to the restaurant and drink juice or some soda. And I noticed that after I drink juice or anything that is sweet, I recovered and I got stronger. So when I got home, I tried to analyze what is the problem. And I found out that taking insulin, injecting myself with insulin and taking Purtier placenta at the same time was already overdosed to me. So it brought my blood sugar too low, very low, that I had hypoglycemia. You see, so I decided to stop the insulin because, of course, there is a little bit pain, even if it has already been for many years that I have been injecting myself with insulin. I still suffer a little ant bite when I inject myself in my belly. Okay, so I stopped the insulin and just continued taking the Purtier placenta. Then when I play golf, I noticed that it was normal. Okay, it was normal. So I said, there is a good effect with this Purtier placenta. And when I went to the United States, because I live actually in the United States, I have a house there, and my family is there, my children. I was driving my car in the highway, and again, I noticed that I was so weak. My legs were trembling, and my hands could hardly maneuver the car. So I went to a restaurant, and again I ate some pastries, cake, and some juice, and it came back. My strength came back again to normal. Now I remembered that morning I still injected myself with insulin, and also took Purtier placenta. So I decided that I will now stop completely injecting myself with insulin, and that was already on the 5th to the 6th month. I think it was already on the 6th month. So I decided completely to stop injecting myself with insulin and just continue with Purtier placenta. And I am so happy. I was so surprised. I was so amazed. I couldn't believe that every time I examine my blood sugar, because I have a glucose test. I take my blood test every morning with a pinprick. I discovered that my blood glucose was really normal. It never went above 100 milligrams percent. It was only 80 to 90. While before, it will reach about 250 to 300 milligrams percent. And that is very abnormal. It means to say that when it is 300 to 400, you are really high risk, a very high risk patient. And your blood is full of sugar, you see. And that can destroy your kidneys already. So, because of this Purtier placenta, I was really very happy. I was so amazed. I was so thankful to these two ladies for introducing to me Purtier placenta. So I thank Lindy and Bing Tan for introducing to me Purtier placenta. And that started my journey. Every time I drive in the United States, I never inject myself anymore with insulin. I just take the Purtier placenta and everything is very normal. Also, another thing was that I was bald before. Bald. You will see me. I was using a wig. They call that here in the Philippines as our dialect. They call it BMW. You know what is a BMW? That is a car, but they interpret the BMW as, in our language, the dialect as bohok mo wig. So my friends, they will say, look at Dr. Olarte. He is using a BMW on his head. Before, I did not understand what is a BMW, but it meant in our language, buhok mo wig, meaning to say that your hair is okay. Your hair is etouffee, or you're wearing etouffee. So buhok is hair, wig means to say that you're using a etouffee. So after several months of taking Purtier placenta, I noticed that my hair, there were hair follicles that were growing. It was not really that thick as a young man, but I noticed that there was a change. So I decided to remove my wig, my BMW, because there was already some hair follicles. You see, it's not comfortable to have a wig. And I have a friend here in Manila who is also a lawyer, a government official, who is using a wig. And I told him, Brad, you try the Purtier placenta. And you can probably thicken your hair. But you see, this friend of mine is a skeptic. He did not believe that Purtier placenta can increase the hair follicles, or at least give a little improvement in his hair. So until now, because he did not take the Purtier placenta, he is still using the wig. While me, I already removed my wig. So you will see that my hair is already acceptable to me. Really, I was really bald before. I was using a toupee. You see? So these two things that happened to me, of course, inspired me. It encouraged me. It brought me to where I am now. You see? I am now sharing this experience of mine to my friends. Now, regarding this diabetes of mine, this is really a big gift to me by Riway International. If it were not for this Purtier placenta, I would have been suffering daily injections with insulin. And I tell my friends who are diabetic to try this product. Some believe, some do not. If they do not believe, I just say, well, it's up to you. But in school, at the university where I teach, some of my colleagues, my doctor friends, are surprised. They ask me, Doc, sir, why do you look so young? You look younger. What's the secret? I said, well, stem cells. When I say stem cells, it then starts a discussion, you see. And many friends of mine noticed I have become younger. I'm 68 years old, but some say that I'm only 55. Some say I'm 60. But well, I'm happy about that. Some say I'm 67. But the fact that they have noticed that I look younger makes me happy, makes me very excited. So I talk to them, I share to them the product, and that starts the business, you see. So it is through our personal experience that we can be effective sharers of this product. People will be convinced, people get convinced when they see what is happening to you. Because you are not taking the product personally. They will not believe, they will say that you're not even taking the product. Why are you sharing it with us? Why don't you try the product first?
Yes.
Right? So, the best way to convince our friends, our prospects, is to take the product ourselves personally,
Yes.
so that we can convince them. You see, so they look at me. When they see that I look younger, they're very interested. They're curious. Why? What is the secret? I say, stem cells. Okay. Now, I have also patients who are suffering from osteoarthritis. They have difficulty in walking. Their knees are swollen knees, painful and stiff. Swollen, painful, and stiff. Now, I had the opportunity to train in stem cell medicine in Florida several years ago. I was in Florida and I was in Dr. Joseph Porita's clinic. Dr. Joseph Porita is professor of orthopedic surgery at the University of Florida, USA. And his subspecialty is orthopedic stem cells. And he invited me to observe and to train with him in his clinic. So I was there for 6 months, and I observed that there were a lot of patients who were lining, they were queuing up, they were outside the clinic, they were very heavy people, they were probably about 300 to 400 pounds, and they were all senior citizens, probably 60 years old to 90 years old. And they were wheelchair bound. They could not walk. And these patients came from different places of the world. And they just went to Florida to visit my mentor, my teacher, Dr. Porita. And Dr. Porita puts the patient to sleep by giving anesthesia and then gets bone marrow stem cells through a surgical procedure. And sometimes he also gets stem cells, fat cells from the belly. And after this, he processes the cells, remove the stem cells, centrifuge, put it in a test tube, and then inject it into the knees of this patient. These patients have already been scheduled by their doctors to undergo total knee replacement, meaning to say that their knees are to be replaced with an artificial knee. You see, if you are a person whose teeth has all been destroyed, your teeth, the dentist will give you a false teeth. Now that is the same procedure that an orthopedic surgeon will do in the knee if your knee is severely osteoarthritic. So these patients go to Dr. Porita because they do not want to undergo surgery, total knee replacement. So they instead have themselves injected with stem cells. And after 4 sessions at 4 to 6 weeks interval, 4 sessions, which cost about 15,000 to 20,000 US dollars per session. And after 4 sessions, the patients can walk now. So I was really amazed. It was really a miracle. It is miraculous, you see. And the other surgeons in Florida got mad. They are jealous. They are angered with the procedure that Dr. Porita is doing. Because, of course, when these patients go to him for injection with stem cells, instead of undergoing surgery, these patients do not undergo surgery anymore. So the other doctors lose their patients. Their patients, instead of undergoing total knee replacement, do not anymore undergo total knee replacement, but undergo stem cell treatment with Dr. Purtier. So many doctors there are mad, they're angered, there is a professional jealousy. Some of them destroy the stem cell medicine treatment, but Dr. Purtier is just silent about it. But Dr. Purtier has done a lot of research, and I am personally a witness to the effectiveness of stem cells in osteoarthritis. So that is my experience, that seeing a lot of patients being treated and cured by stem cells instead of undergoing total knee replacement, they are cured because of stem cell injection. So my mental impression is really that stem cells should be given through injection, because that was my training. And when I was in Manila, I practiced stem cell injections. We had a few patients, and the patients were balikbayan friends of mine. They went to our clinic and underwent stem cell therapy injections. But of course, we charged 1 million to 1.5 million pesos. So it was very expensive. Only the rich and the famous, shall we say so, only the rich and the famous could afford receiving stem cell injections. And there is a great difference really between injections and oral administration. That is why it was difficult for me before when Lindy and Lindy and Bingtan introduced to me the stem cell oral therapy. It was difficult for me to accept it right away. I had to examine myself, and I had to try it for myself to see if it was really effective. And because personally I found that it was really effective, although I did not use the stem cells for osteoarthritis because I have no osteoarthritis yet. But I also found out that in my patients that I had recommended stem cells, oral Purtier placenta, they improved. They're walking instead of having a waddling gait. Their walking improved. They are not using a cane anymore. They are walking now with a good gait. You see, good walking. So this is really very amazing. It is really miraculous. Now, these are the experiences that I have experienced. Now, going back to COVID-19, I was traveling in General Santos City to Cotabato because I wanted to meet a friend there, a doctor, Dr. Dimatingkal, in Cotabato City. And I rode from General Santos City in a car with someone who was coughing and coughing. And I was suspecting that because she was coughing and coughing, probably, maybe these are the early symptoms of COVID. Now, of course, that was only a suspicion that it might be COVID, because COVID virus is seen in patients who have cough and sore throat. So when I went back to Manila, I had cough and sore throat also. And I was a little bit afraid that I might be infected with COVID. So I decided to take the Purtier placenta 3 times a day. 2 capsules in the morning, 2 capsules in the afternoon, at noontime, and 2 capsules in the evening. So 6 capsules a day. Because of my fear that I might be infected with COVID. So I just increased the dose, and I'm so happy that my cough has disappeared. I never took any cough medicine. I never took any cough medicine. I just drink hot water and Purtier. 2 capsules in the morning, 2 capsules at noon, and 2 capsules in the evening. These are my personal experiences. So I have recommended Purtier placenta to my doctor friends who are coughing, and I was surprised. They improved with Purtier placenta. So I think that Purtier placenta can can be a good prevention. Can be a good prevention for COVID infection. So if you have friends, this is the best time for us to share Purtier placenta to our friends because of this COVID pandemic. You see. Now, a good story that I can always remember in sharing this product, marketing this product. As I said earlier, I am not a businessman. This is my first time to get involved in marketing. I practice my and never was in business, because you see, when we go to medical school, we are not introduced to business. They always say that when you are a doctor, you're a doctor the rest of your life. And they always say that the practice of medicine is not a business enterprise. It is not a business. You do not get rich in the practice of medicine. Of course, you will not also get poor, but you will not get rich. That is our training. So I had no intentions of getting rich. To me, as long as I can support my family, I can eat 3 times, I can buy the things that I want, I have a house and a car, that is already perfect with me.
Yes. Yeah.
I had no intentions to become really a rich man and go to business. But my coming in to Riway International is purely because of the health benefits that I have experienced. Purely because of the health benefits and the personal experience that has happened in my life. If it were not for Purtier placenta, maybe I would have been still using insulin up to this very moment in time. You see, so that is the real reason. The health reasons is very important with me. And when you share this product and you emphasize to your friends the health benefits, the health advantages that you can get from this product, that is a very sure ball inspirational come on to them. They will be inspired and they will really try the product if you tell them that this is your personal experience. Well, of course, if you want also to become successful, you want to earn more, you have to be committed. Really, you have to be committed. Well, who in this world do not want to earn more? All of us would like to earn more. Would like to earn much.
Yes.
So if you want to be healthy, stay younger, personally, take the product religiously. Okay? If you want to be rich, share the product, market the products to your friends.
Yes.
And there is a saying that if you are committed, there is patience, there is perseverance, you will succeed. So my final word is have commitment, patience, and perseverance, and you will be successful.
Right.
Thank you, and good day, Sisi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give another round of applause to our team. Were you inspired? Truly, I think all of us were challenged by his testimony. It was really a very powerful testimony. It is also my first time to hear his testimony, and it really got me excited. And we just want to acknowledge his own upline, our Team Supreme Pegasus 1, Lindy Lu, who's also here with us. Truly, this is called Market, right? It's because she was so determined to get to know Dr. Olarte, and she really was persistent, committed to him, and they were able to do it successfully. And we were able to see the change that he experienced. So I hope that you were inspired and learned many things about him. And to recap his message, the gems, I believe, that we can get from our speaker. Number one, life is short.
Yes.
Right? Life is short.
Yes.
Okay? And through the personal experience, we will become effective sharers of the product. And so I think all of us really need to make a decision to really take this product seriously. Believe that this product can make a difference in your life and in the people's lives whom you would want to share this product. I think that is also a very important reminder. Because if we don't believe the product, we don't have that power to really share to people. Our words will be meaningless because we don't believe in this product. And so he said to us, Dr. Olarte said, to be successful, you need to be committed. Okay, I think that's very powerful. We need to really be committed with what we are doing. Because without that commitment now, we cannot accomplish anything. Another gem that I think we could learn from him is that Purtier is a solution. Okay? With all the things that is happening around us, not only a solution to health, but it is also a solution to wealth. It is a solution for you and me to really achieve our dreams in life. And so the final 3 words that I think you and I need to put in our mind. Number 1 is commitment. Second is patience. Third is persistence. Okay, I'll repeat that. Commitment, patience, and persistence. I think these are all key for you and I to become successful, especially in doing Riway. This is where you and I are being trained today. And so, let us give again another round of applause. Let's thank you, our Team Elite Pegasus Attorney Dr. Leo Obayas Olarte. Yes!